Bhaktaye Namo Namaha. Vandeham Shri Guru Vam Shri Rupam Pravaram Rajasrasimam Charanayam Tam Tapannam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramanatisthayo Bhakti-dam cha Kripamurti Narayanam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Sadi Shri Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Jai Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Ji Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I offer my Shastanga Dandot Pranams at the lowest feet of our spiritual masters. Tlai Srimad Bhaktivedanta Shri Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Giridhari and Tlai Srimad Bhaktivedanta Shri Vaman Goswami Maharaj Shri Giridhari and entire Rupanakarya Guru Varga. To all the Vaishnavas present, to our guardians especially Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, whose most auspicious Avirbhav Tithi we're observing today, and his grand disciple Sri Ramchandra Kaviraj, most auspicious Tirubhav Tithi we're observing today. And also today also happens to be the Tirubhav Tithi of one intimate associate of Srila Prabhupada. Name is Nayanananda Das Babaji Maharaj, who used to take care of the temple in Champahati, this Gaur Gadadhar temple there in Champahati. There he used to look after this temple. So it is said that he used to always come to Chaitanya Math for darshans and parikrama along with the devotees. So then, like once he stayed for this Gaur Purnima festival, his Dol Yatra, and then he was so much influenced by the katha that the devotees spoke there, and also how Prabhupada used to speak Harikatha. Prabhupada used to say that where all of you leaving me and going, all of you should kindly stay back here with me. Don't deprive me of your association. I'd say that even if there is a fire raging in your house, still don't go. Stay here, he'd say. Don't waste your lives, because you never know when your life might end. So when he saw how selfless Prabhupada was, how at that time Navadvip Dham Parikrama would be conducted, and sometimes they won't even take any money. They themselves would give money for the devotees to come on trains and all these things. So when he saw how Prabhupada was, how all his disciples were, he decided that he wouldn't want to leave Mayapur. So then he stayed back. And then Prabhupada, his household name was already Sachinandan. So in Prabhupada he gave him this name, Sachinandan Das. So then Prabhupada, he told him, he stayed for many years there in Mayapur. And he told him, you look after this temple, this Gaur Gadadhar temple in Champahati. So he gave this order to him, and he followed that order his entire life. He never left Champahati to go anywhere else. Because Prabhupada, he gave him this order. So then in this way he stayed there. And Vaishnavas have also described how in their childhood, when they'd go there to Champahati, they'd have his darshan. Nanandas Babaji Maharaj and also Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj would also come there. So he stayed there until the day he departed from this world. He took Babaji Vesh from his godbrother Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and then he left. And then he left this world, like I think in the 90s. So even Gurudev also, if you see some of the old videos there, even I think in one video in 1996 he's still present. Gurudev and Trikram Maharaj, they're all sitting together, and he's also there, sitting alongside Gurudev. And Gurudev has him speak Harikatha in Bengali. And also when Gurudev was taking Tamal Krishna Maharaj, all of them on darshans, then he was also introducing Maharaj to them, saying that he's been here all his life serving in this Champahati temple. So today also happens to be his Tirubhav Tithi. He appeared on Radhashtami and he departed on this Tithi. So today also is the appearance day of Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So see, the appearance of a Vaishnava is completely transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattata taktadeha punarjanmam naiti mamso Arjuna. Krishna has said that one who understands the nature of my birth to be transcendental, then when he leaves his body, he never returns to this world of birth and death. Similarly, someone may say that, oh, why should we celebrate the appearance of a Vaishnava the day he was born? Rather, we'll celebrate the appearance the day he was initiated. Because that is like his real appearance when he was initiated. Why the day he was born? But we see that even the day he was born is also very auspicious. because he's beyond the bondage of karma. And like the conditioned souls, they're born because of their karma, but you see, they are never bound by their karma. So therefore their appearance today is also equally auspicious. So in this way, Gopala Bhatta Goswami appear on this tithi. So if we just see, if we just recollect some of these Mangalacharan verses in this small book, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, then we see all the glories of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, they've been given in a nutshell there, in the very Mangalacharan verses. Like there we see the first verse says, Patit Pavana Harinam, Bhagavata Sarupa Prakasham, Prabodhananda Saraswati Shishyam, Gopal Bhatta Namaka Sujana. That Patit Pavana Harinam, that this Harinam is deliverer of the fallen. Bhagavata Sarupa Prakasham. That Bhagavat Sarup, Krishna's Sarup itself manifests from Harinam. Why? Because Nam and Nami are non-different. Nama Chintamani Svigra, Chaitanya Rasa Vigra, Puna Shuddha Nitya Mukto, Abhinnatat Nama Namino. So there we see that this Bhagavat Sarup is non-different from this Nam, who is Patit Pavan, Nam Prabhu. He is descended to this world. And who is Gopal Bhatta Goswami? Gopal Bhatta Namaka Sujana Prabodhananda Saraswati Shishyam. He is the disciple of Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. And who is Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur? Tunga Vidya Vraje Yasit Sarva Shastra Visharada. Prabodhananda Jatim Gaurodgana Saraswatim. Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur is Tunga Vidya Sakhi herself, who is Sarva Shastra Visharada. And he is completely conversant with all the purpose of the Shastras. In this way. Like we see in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, they have so many Shastras. Like we see those who follow the Tanakalai branch, they follow the Divya Alvars, 12 Alvars have written thousands of shlokas. And those who follow the Vadakalai branch, they also follow all these Vedas and Upanishads. So he was conversant in both the branches there. In this way. And in this way, he is his disciple. This way. And then we hear that Harinama Nirantaram, Japam Dhyanam Nityam, Japam Dhyanam Ganam Nityam, Harir Namatma Saru, Harir Namatma Prakasham Radha Ramanas Sarupam. That Harinama Nirantaram, Japam Dhyanam Ganam Nityam. Always be absorbed in chanting Harinam, meditating. Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Natibi Kala Vasani Krito. This way, always absorbed in chanting Harinam continuously. And Harir Namatma Prakasham Radha Ramanas Sarupam. And this way he showed that what is the Sarup of Harinam. The Sarup of Harinam is Radha Raman himself. Radha Raman especially. Like we see Krishna, he is known as Dwarkadish, he is known as Mathuranath. And especially he is known as Subal Sakha, Sridham Sakha. He is known as Nandanandan, Yashodanandan. But he is not just all of these, he is also them. But who is he completely? In his complete form, who is he? He is Radha Ramana Sarupam. This Sarup as Radha Raman is his topmost form. Why? Because even when Raghupati Upadhyay met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he recited one verse, which Lavam Goswami Maharaj said is the essence of all Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. He said this one verse, Shameva Param Rupam Pudi Madhupuri Vara Vaya Kaishora Kakdeyam Addeva Parorasa. Who is he? This Sham who is in his Kaishor form. He used to be worshipped. Where? In Puri Madhupuri Vara, in Vrindavan Dham. And this Addeva Parorasa is the topmost of all rasas. So when we say Hare Namatma Prakasham Radha Ramanas Sarupam, then this verse is implied there. So when they say Gopala Bhatta Goswami showed everyone that Radha Raman is inherently present in Harinam in this way. And Nikunja Kunja Kutira Atiramyam. Nikunja Kunja Kutira Atiramyam, and then Vrindaranyam Vatika Nidhuvanam. Gopi Gopinatha Pranavallabham Ananda Chinmaya Rasaswarupam. So here we see where is the other one present. Nikunja Kunja Kutira Atiramyam. He's present there in this Kunja Kutirs. And where? Vrindaranyam Vatika Nidhuvanam. He's present there in this Nidhuvan, this forest, Srimati Radhika. Where we see Radharani herself steals the flute of Krishna and shows him how to play the flute. This Vamsi Haran Leela took place there. And then we hear that the Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Sarupam. Gopi Gopinatha Pranavallabham. He's the dearmost of all the gopis, and he's Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Swarupam, permeated with this Ananda Chinmaya Rasa in this way. So then we hear that ultimately, what is the Swarup of Radharaman? Who is he? Madan Mohana Charanam Bhujam Vistirna Vakshastala Gopinatham Govinda Susmera Mukharvindam Radharamana Prafulla Swarupam. That we know that Radharaman's feet embodies Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan Charanam Bhujam Vistirna Vakshastala Gopinatham. That his chest, if you see his chest, you get the fruit of having darshan of Gopinath. It's Vistirna Vakshastala, very large, expansive chest. And this Susmera Govindadev Mukharvindam. This way, when you see his face, then you get the darshan of seeing Govindadev. Radha Ramana Prafulla Swarupam. This way, Radha Ramana embodies Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan. So anyone has his darshan gets the fruit of seeing Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan. This way we see that Vraje Ananya Bhakta Jana Hridayam Satata Nivasam Gopi Ramana Radha Ramana Gunamanjari Pranadhanam. And Radha Raman, where does he reside? This Vraje Ananya Bhakta Jana Hridayam Satata Nivasam. He always resides in the hearts of this Ananya Bhaktas of Vraj. And who is he? He is Gopi Ramana Radha Ramana Gunamanjari Pranadhanam. In this way, he is the life and soul of Gunamanjari. And then we see also that who is Mahaprabhu? Dhanya Kali Yuga Chaitanya Devam Mahaprema Avatara Sakarunam. And then Dhanya Kali Yuga Prema Avatara, Dhanya Kali Yuga Chaitanya Devam Mahaprema Avatara Sakarunam Sa Nityanandam Harinama Danam Asika Vaishnava Jana Sahitam. So Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this Dhanya Kali Yuga. Who is he? Mahaprema Avatara Sakarunam. He appeared compassionately. Why? Because he is Mahaprema Avatar. And Sa Nityananda Harinama Danam. Especially came to give this Harinam in charity along with Nityananda Prabhu. And also he came with this Rasik Jana Sahitam. Came with all these Rasik Vaishnavas, of whom Gopala Bhatta Goswami is Anyatam, foremost. Like we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Kaviraj Goswami is described who Gopala Bhatta Goswami is. Shri Gopala Bhatta Eka Shaka Sarvottam Rupa Sanatana Sange Jar Alapan Prema Alapan. So who is he? He is Sarvottam Shaka. He said he is the 47th branch and he is like the topmost branches of this Chaitanya tree. And Rupa Sanatana Sangajar Prema Alapan. And he is always there with Rupa and Sanatan, describing, speaking all these topics of prem together. So we know that when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to South India, he went on the pretext of looking for his older brother, Vishwarup Prabhu. And when he reached Pandharpur, Rangapuri, he told Mahaprabhu, "Oh, I know who you are. I used to come to Navdeep with my spiritual master Madhavendra Puri. We used to also honor Mahaprasad at the house of your parents." And then he told Mahaprabhu, the Vishnu Prabhu had already entered into Samadhi. Shankararanya, he was known then. So then, as you know, Mahaprabhu, he also wanted to meet Ramananda Rai. And then after meeting Ramananda Rai, then when he proceeded to the south, then he came to this place, Srirangam, which is an island situated over 150 acres of land, bound by the Kaveri in this way. When he had darshan of Ranganath. So Ranganath, as we know, he is a very wonderful deity. This deity of Ranganath was worshipped by Brahma himself. And then Brahma, he gave this deity to Ikshvaku. And then Ikshvaku, gradually, it came to Ramchandra. And then Ramchandra, he gave this deity to Vibhishan. And when Vibhishan was taking this deity to Lanka, then anyhow, he stopped at one place, that was Srirangam. And then Ranganath, he desired that he be worshipped there in Srirangam. So very beautiful rituals they have there in Srirangam. It's said that as soon as they open the temple gates, then the first thing Ranganath sees is the tail of a cow and the head of an elephant. So this way they're always present there, a cow and an elephant. He sees them and then darshan's open. And then also if you see the Gopuram, the temple structure is designed in such a way that 90 degrees is where Vaikuntha is. It's pointing upwards and they say Vaikuntha is right there in that place. Many beautiful, it's said that when Ranganath is resting, we see that you can, if you listen closely, you can even listen to the Kshir Samudra, the milk ocean. So it's said Bhagwan, he rests in Srirangam. He performs his Nitya Karma in Badrinath, and then he bathes in Prayag, and then he honors Mahaprasad in Jagannath Puri. So Mahaprabhu, he went there and he became so much absorbed in Bhav. So one may say that why Mahaprabhu, why he became absorbed in Bhav, seeing Ranganath? Because we see that Ranganath, he is like Vishnu himself, not Krishna. So we see that Mahaprabhu, Radharani, who is she? She is Sarva Lakshmi Mai. So this way, all the moods of Srimati Lakshmi, of Srimati Radhika, they consist of all the moods of all the potencies of Vishnu. Therefore, Mahaprabhu was also seeing this form of Ranganath, and also this particular mood was being absorbed in his heart. Like we see even when Mahaprabhu went to the Singhachalam, there he was chanting Sri Narsingha Jai Narsingha Jai Jai Narsingha. Why? Praladeshe Mukha Padma Jai Padma Mukha Bringa. There we see the Lakshmi, Narsingha Dev is relishing Lakshmi Devi's lotus-like face. So why did Mahaprabhu relish all these sentiments if he's only absorbed in Radha Bhav? Because we see that all these moods are present in him. So then we know when he was having darshan of Ranganath, then we know this Leela, that he became so much absorbed in Bhav. Then Vyankat Bhatt, he came, took him home, and there he had this discussion, where Vyankat Bhatt was a follower of Lakshmi Devi. And then Mahaprabhu said, if that's the case, then why has it been said that Kasyanu Bhavostana Deva Vidmahe Tavang Renu Sparshadikara Yadvancha Shirlarana Acharat Tapo Vihaya Kamam Sushiram Tridavrata. That what austerities as Kaliya performed, the Nagapatni said, that he received a foot touch. And for that foot touch, Yadvancha Shirlarana Acharat Tapo. That Sri Devi herself is very greedy to perform that same austerities, and therefore Vihaya Kamam Suchiram Dridavrata. She has given up all kinds of other desires, and she's taken this Dridavrat. She has promised to undergo this austere vow to please you. This way, he said, Vyankat Bhatt, that actually Vishnu is Krishna himself. Krishna, they're non-different. And Mahaprabhu said, yes. Siddhantatasta bhedapi Shirisha Krishna Sarupayo. Rasuna Utkristate Krishna Rupamesha Rasastiti. That yes, they're non-different from Siddhanta, but still Krishna, he has this, from perspective of Ras, he is more exalted, because he has these four kinds of sweetnesses: Rup Madhuri, Gun Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Prem Madhuri. So in this way they had this discussion, and then finally Mahaprabhu, he told them, Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. And the entire family of Sri Vaishnavas, they became followers of Mahaprabhu. Vyankat Bhatt, Tirumal Bhatt, Prabodhananda Saraswati. And then we also hear that Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he wanted to have darshan of Mahaprabhu in his form as Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Because we see Mahaprabhu's form as a sannyasi, it brings great pain to the devotees. Therefore the devotees consider this acceptance of sannyas Leela as Naimitik Leela. But still we see Naimitik Leela also is especially more beneficial for the sadhaks than even Nitya Leela, in one way, if you see. Why? Because in Nitya Leela, what can you possibly learn from Nitya Leela as a sadhak? Like if you consider Krishna's Nitya Leela, then you see Krishna's dancing with the gopis, singing with them. So what can you possibly learn from this? But if you consider Krishna's Naimitik Leela, then you can learn so many things. Like Krishna killing all the demons, you can learn so many things from there. Because every demon represents one particular anartha. So you can learn so many things. Even from Mahaprabhu's Naimitik Leela, the sannyasi, you can learn so many things. Because Mahaprabhu, the sannyasi, he has shown how a sadhak should be. So this Leela brought great pain to Gopala Bhatta Goswami's heart. And this way, he had a dream in which he saw Mahaprabhu in his dream, and Mahaprabhu gave him darshan as Sachinandan Gaur Hari. And then also he had darshan of Mahaprabhu as Krishna himself. The next day he fell at Mahaprabhu's feet. Mahaprabhu said, now you'll have to go to Vrindavan after your parents leave. And we know what kind of service he is performing for Mahaprabhu. Taking Mahaprabhu's remnants and then bringing back Mahaprabhu's cloth, wet cloth, drying it for him in this way. So then Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he left home, and then we know that he came to Vrindavan, where Rupa and Sanatan, they looked after him as though he was their own younger brother in this way. And then when Mahaprabhu found out from one of the devotees that he had come there, he gave his own Uttariya, Asan, and even tore Kopin. And he said, now you can keep this with you. Mahaprabhu is giving his mercy through this. Like we know, when Prataprudra Maharaj is not getting mercy from Mahaprabhu, then Nityananda Prabhu, he gave one of Mahaprabhu's prasadi cloth to Prataprudra Maharaj. And he said, this is not different from Mahaprabhu himself. You keep it with you. And this way, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, then he honored these remnants of Mahaprabhu. And to this day, you can have darshan of this Uttariya that Mahaprabhu gave. I think on appearance in Tiruvavtiti, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, they put this Uttariya outside Radharaman. And then we see Radharaman, who is he? Is Mahaprabhu himself. So Radharaman, we see sometimes he's adorned by this kaupin, dressed as a sannyasi. And even Radharani is not there. So he's like Mahaprabhu himself. So many Radharaman Tattva is so deep, so profound. Over the years we've been listening from the Vaishnavas and from the devotees. And this way we know that Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he went to this one place called Devvande Gram. And there he stopped, and then one person, he said, if I ever have any son, I'll give him to you. And then when Gopala Bhatta Goswami proceeded to this Gandaki Nadi, there he found this Damodar Shila, and then this Damodar Shila manifested as Radharaman in this way. And that same person who promised to give his son away, he sent his son, Gopinath Pujari. And then Srinivasacharya also came there, and he was also initiated by Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So today we see that Gopala Bhatta Goswami's grand disciple also, Ramchandra Kaviraj, he disappeared today on the appearance day of his Param Gurudev. So Ramchandra Kaviraj, it is said that his grandfather was Damodar Kavi. So Damodar Kaviraj, he was staying in Srikhand. So then when he was staying there in Srikhand, he was a great scholar and devotee of Durga Devi. So he would defeat all the scholars. And then one scholar, he felt so insulted when he defeated him that he cursed him. You'll never have any male children in your life, he said. You'll never have any male descendants in your life. And he said, what curse have you given to me this way? And he went and he pleased him, saying, don't speak such things. And he said, all right, you'll have 2 grandchildren and they'll be great devotees. In this way, his daughter was Sunanda Devi. And then the father of Ramchandra Kaviraj, he was Chiranjeev Sen. And Chiranjeev Sen, when he was married there to Sunanda Devi, then he came from this place, Kumaranagar, and he started staying there in Srikhand. And Ramchandra Kaviraj, he also became this Kaviraj. Means like in one way, Kaviraj means an Ayurvedic physician. So not only would he cure people of their illnesses, but also cure people of this Bhavarog, this disease of material existence. So then soon after, we know this Leela, that when he was married to his wife Ratnamala, then Srinivasacharya, he saw him. And then Ramchandra Kaviraj also saw him. And in this way, they knew that Guru and disciple, they met each other for the first time. So after he reached home, immediately he came and he fell at the feet of Srinivasacharya and he surrendered his life to him in this way. So in this way he surrendered his life to him, and since then he always stayed with his Guru Maharaj. And then we hear that I'll not touch on the other part of that pastime, because the Vaishnavas become very displeased when they hear the other part of that Leela. So that part I'll skip. So then we hear that Ramchandra Kaviraj, then he became a great devotee by being in the association of Srinivasacharya. And then so much so that when once he was visiting his younger brother, Govindadas Kaviraj, and there he saw a pond which had beautiful lotus flowers. And within his mind, he offered these 2 flowers at the lotus feet of Krishna. And then when his younger brother, who was a Shakta, Govindas Kaviraj was a worshipper of Durga Devi. Why? When he was in his mother's womb, his mother could not give birth. She was experiencing so much pain. Then what did his grandfather do? He took some water from a Durga yantra and he sprinkled some drops of water in her mouth. And then he was born. So he was like, by his very birth, he was devotee of Durga Devi. So when he saw the deity of Durga Devi in his house, she held these same lotus flowers that Ramchandra Kaviraj offered at the lotus feet of Krishna within his mind in her hands. And then she told him that he has offered this as the lotus feet of my Prabhu. Now how can you offer them at my feet? These flowers are most worshipable to me. So therefore they are in my hands. Then when we hear that he was so sick, he was about to die, then Durga Devi said, take shelter of a Krishna Bhakta. And then Srinivasacharya initiated him. So in this way, Ramchandra Kaviraj, we see how he used to serve his Guru Maharaj. His Guru Maharaj entered into Samadhi and he wouldn't move for 3-4 days. Then finally Ramchandra Kaviraj himself entered into Samadhi. And then what happened? There Radharani's nose ring had fallen inside the Yamuna. And Ramchandra Kaviraj in his Manjari Soap, he found the nose ring on one of the lotus stems and he gave it to his Guru Maharaj. He gave it to Gunamanjari. Gunamanjari gave it to Rup Manjari and is given to Radharani in this way. And then we see this Siksha Guru Parampara, this Parakiya Parampara. Ramchandra Kaviraj was not even initiated by Narottam Thakur. Still they were the closest of friends. We hear when they doubted Narottam Thakur, when this Raja Narsingadev and Rup Narayan Chakravarti, they came to challenge Narottam Thakur at this place, Keturi. Then they stopped first in this village of Ramchandra Kaviraj. And there Ramchandra Kaviraj and Ganganarayan Chakravarti, they defeated them while posing as shopkeepers. And in this way, they didn't even bother to go to Narottam Thakur. And Ramchandra Kaviraj, he was always with Narottam Thakur. Only when his Guru Maharaj was about to depart, then he came to Vrindavan. And as soon as his Guru Maharaj left, he also left. We see Srinivasacharya, he left in the month of Kartik. And we see like only 2 months after, he also left. He could not bear separation from his Guru Maharaj in this way. So we see that all these great associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they all embody this wealth of prem that Mahaprabhu has come to give. And this wealth of prem is continuing to this day, this dhara, through their books, like we see Gopala Bhatta Goswami has written all these wonderful books, Hari Bhakti Vilas, commentary on Krishna Karnamrit, Satkriya Sar Deepika. And then we see that this wealth of prem, how it's being distributed to everyone. Like lastly, I'll just end with this small memory. Like just listening to one devotee, she was speaking some memories she had about Gurudev. So there, this devotee was saying that once Gurudev was in Mathura and he just initiated one lady. And this lady was very poor. So this lady, she only had 500 rupees. Every month she'd use this 500 rupees to maintain her entire family. So then, anyhow, when she was initiated, she was thinking, what can I give to my Guru Maharaj? If I cannot even offer this 500 rupees, how am I a worthy disciple? Because this money represents part of my love. So then she took 501 rupees. And she went to Gurudev. And she said, Maharaj, here, this is it. Like, she didn't say anything, she just offered this money. Then what did Gurudev do? He saw that 501 rupees. He took that 1 rupee and he gave the 500 back to her. He said, once you've given yourself to me, then why all this formality? He said. This way, even when Gurudev was in Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math, one devotee, he had only 20 rupees. And then even he was thinking, how can I offer this money? And when he was offering it to Gurudev, then one of the devotees said, hey, what are you doing? Go away from here. And Gurudev said, what are you doing? You go away from here. That's his love that he's giving. Who are you to come in between him and me? You go away from here, he said. And Gurudev, he took that 20 rupees. And this way we see that Dhara is also continuing to this day in front of our own eyes, whereas near and dear ones, they are continuing. So we can only hope to be blessed by their association and spend the rest of our lives in their presence.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपनुगप्रवरं व्रजरसरसिकं च नारायणं तं प्रपन्नम्। Shri Guru Charanang Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhakti Cha Kripa Murti Narayanam Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my Sastanganandavat pranams thousands of times the lotus feet of Shri Paramaraditam Guru Pada Padma Om Vishnu Pada Stotra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev. Secondly, I offer my Sastanganandavat pranams thousands of times the lotus feet of my Shri Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga. And I offer my Sastanganandavat pranams unto all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Today we are under the guidance of Shri Guru Pada Padma and the Vaishnavas celebrating the appearance day of Shri Gopala Bhatta Goswami Pada and the disappearance day of Shri Ramachandra Kaviraj. So, we know the Sad Goswami, 6 Goswamis, they are the Antaranga Parshas, the Anyadam Parshas of Shri Sachinandam Gaur Hari. And just like we know Kavi Karnapur, Jiv Goswami, Raghunandan Thakur, they are the Sabrityasya Saputrasya, Sakalatrayate Namaha. They are the sons of Mahaprabhu. But Gopala Bhatta Goswami also is Mahaprabhu's son. We know, actually most of the Sad Goswami, they came to Mahaprabhu at a very young age. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami is also not different. He was only a small boy, maybe 8 years old, something very young when he was there in Sri Rangam when Mahaprabhu came there. Mahaprabhu, he came to South India with the purpose of meeting with Rai Ramananda. And he had a desire to meet with Sri Ramananda, but when he was traveling, he came to this Srirangam, this holy city of Srirangam that is situated there in Kaveri. We had the good fortune to go with the Vaishnavas visit this place. Outside the main Gopura there is actually Mahaprabhu's Padapit, established by Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And he said the Gopura is the tallest Gopura in the world. It is something like 90 feet, 100 feet, it's very big. And he said it's designed in such a way that even when it never casts a shadow. And there are 7 gates, there's 7 Gopuras, 7 walls. And all the Brahman community, they live there. And there, we can find the Jivan Samadhi of this Ramanujacharya. Means that his Samadhi is open. They didn't cover him with dirt. You can see him sitting there still, inside the Samadhi pit there. And there are many other temples there and many other deities, all different Vaishnavacharyas. So, when we were there, then we actually visited the home of the descendants of Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami. And they have established actually a Jagannath temple right in front of their house. And in that Jagannath temple also has a Garud Stamba with Mahaprabhu standing there looking at Jagannath, Lord Jagannath. When we came there, then with the Vaishnavas, we did Kirtan. Big Sankirtan we did in their house. And they were these descendants of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, the big heavy-bodied Brahmins, not wearing shirt, but only Brahman thread, Dwaras tilak on their bodies. And then they also began jumping and dancing in Kirtan. And then they arranged for Mahaprasad, everything for all the Vaishnavas. This way we got to see these descendants of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. This Gopal, so he is like the son of Mahaprabhu. And he is this Vaishnava Smriti Acharya. He is one who has compiled all rules and regulations that we are following now. These are all compiled by Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami Pad. When he was there serving Mahaprabhu very intimately, when Mahaprabhu would go to the Kaveri, then Gopala Bhatta, small Gopal would go with him. And he would carry his cloth, his kamandalu, he would massage Mahaprabhu. And he was really like his shadow, day and night. And we became so attached to Mahaprabhu. And as we heard, then he was crying and weeping. Oh, why did I come so late? Why did I not see Mahaprabhu in his original swarup? Now he is without Brahman threads, without Sika. He is like sannyasi. Why did I not see those long black curly locks of hair? That beautiful form. That form that even bewilders Cupid. Why did I not see that beautiful swarup of Mahaprabhu? He was crying and weeping in this way. And even he had a dream when he saw Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, all Mahaprabhu's parshads were there in that dream. And then he went and then he actually told Mahaprabhu, revealed this dream to Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu revealed then gave him spurti, revealed to him his original form. Then he also revealed to him a very beautiful dark cow-haired boy form, bluish, very beautiful form. Then he revealed again he came into his original form. Then Gopal said, I want to come with you. I want to leave. I don't want to stay here. And they said, no, you have to take care of your Vaishnava parents. Your Venkata Bhatta, his Uncle Trimal Bhatta, Prabodhananda, they're all great Vaishnavas. You stay here and serve your mother and father. They're great Vaishnavas. Don't leave them. After they are no longer in this world anymore, then you may come to me. So in this way, Mahaprabhu, he left. Those Vaishnavas, Venkata Bhatta, everything, he brought into this line of Madhurya Rasa Upasana. And here we can see that Param Gurudev in his article describing the Bhagavad Parampara, he's showing, and other places also he's described, that you can see the swarup of the jiva, it is fixed actually. And Sadhusanga only assists in bringing out that swarup. Sadhusanga doesn't determine the swarup, but it assists in bringing it out. You see, like when they were worshipping Lakshmi Narayan for so many years, so staunch. But when Mahaprabhu came there, then immediately, by Mahaprabhu's association, then they became inclined to worship Radha and Krishna. Because that was their original swarup. Prabhupada Saraswati Parisu Tunga Vidyasaki. So then we know he also left then this South Indian, he came to Vrindavan Dham. If association would determine this swarup, then how did Gopkumar then he make it all the way to Golok Vrindavan? He would have been, when he went to Vaikuntha, he would have become a Nayan Vaikuntha Parikar. He would have, by his association there, then he would have become a Narayan Parikar. By his association in Ayodhya, he would have become Ram Parikar. By his association in Swarga, he would have become Vamandev's Parikar. But his swarup never changed until he came to Golok Vrindavan, until he attained this Sakya Bhav, then he was never satisfied. Because that was his original fixed swarup. If association would change the swarup, then why wasn't Uddhav changed by the association of the gopis? Paramahansa mentioned all these points. So, in this way we can see that Sadhu Sangha only assists in bringing out the eternal swarup. So therefore Mahaprabhu, he, by so much Harikatha, by all these beautiful verses of the Bhagavatam and quoting, and then they became convinced. And also because every day Mahaprabhu would perform Sankirtan with them in front of Sri Rangam here and there. And by doing this Sankirtan, then their hearts became filled with this prem. So when Mahaprabhu was leaving, then they thought, oh, now that you're leaving, who will we do Sankirtan with? And all the three brothers, actually, they fainted. They couldn't tolerate the separation of Mahaprabhu. And then shortly after Mahaprabhu left, not too long, then actually Venkata Bhatta, he actually left this world in separation from Mahaprabhu. Then Gopala Bhatta, he left. And then he came. Mahaprabhu's instruction, go to Vrindavan, and when you go there, make a place for me. Then I will come. Stay there under the guidance of Rup Sanatan. When Gopala Bhatta, he arrived in Vrindavan, then Rup and Sanatan, they sent a message to Mahaprabhu. They sent a letter that Gopala is here. And Mahaprabhu, he responded by sending his Uttariya, his asana, and many other things. So then Gopala Bhatta, he was performing his bhajan there in Vrindavan. Actually, after some time, he took permission of Rup Sanatan. He went on Tirtha Yatra. He went to Nepal, where the Gandaki river is. This Gandaki river is the place where all the Shalagram Shilas, they come from here. So he's bathing in this Gandaki river, then this 12 finger big Shalagram Shiva manifested in his Kamandalo. So he said, oh, what is this? And he threw it out. And he was taking bath again, and again the Shalagram manifested in there. He said, again he threw out. Then third time when it manifested, then he understood, oh, this is the desire of the Lord. So he took that Shila with him and he began worshipping it. And then we know that on this Nishinga Chaturdasi, this is the day before the appearance day of Radharaman, then Gopala Bhatta Goswami was meditating on Mahaprabhu. He was crying and weeping. He was thinking that Mahaprabhu, he promised he would come here. I have made all arrangements for him to come. When will he come? In this way, he was in separation of Mahaprabhu, weeping and weeping, and he fell asleep. Then he saw in his dream that Mahaprabhu, along with Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Garadhar Pandit, Shivas Pandit, all associates, they performed Nagar Sankirtan. Where all the way from Puri they came to Vrindavan and did Nagar Sankirtan. And they entered into his kutir there. And then he woke up. And then what did he see? He saw that 12-finger Shila had manifested into a beautiful deity, Radharaman. Then he understood, that Mahaprabhu himself has come. Therefore, he used to worship that deity like Mahaprabhu. He used to put kopin on the deity. You can see Radharaman mostly is wearing kopin. And there is no Radharani. He's inside. Like Mahaprabhu is combined form of Radha and Krishna, this Radharaman form is also combined form of Radha and Krishna. But the only difference is the Antar Krishna Bahir Gaura, that Mahaprabhu, he is inside Krishna, externally Gaura, but Radharaman is, you can see, he's externally, he's black. He's Gaura, Radhika is inside, hidden. And so there are many secrets to this Radharaman deity, many confidential things. If you look at behind the deity, you can see that there is Chinna, the marks of the Shalagram are still there. And the deity is exactly what? 12 fingers tall. Very small and beautiful. And as we heard, is the combined form of Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan. Then Srup, Sanatan, all the Goswamis, they came there and they took darshan the deity. They became shocked, they were in wonder. Such a beautiful deity. Then under their guidance, along with them, the Gopala Bhatta, he performed the worship of this deity, established it. So Gopala Bhatta Goswami, when he left South India, he collected all the different teachings Ramanujacharya had written. Vaishnavas, how honor worship Vaishnavas, and all the rules and regulations for Vaishnavas, for Grihasthas, Tyagis, Chidandi Sannyasis. For that he wrote Satkriya Sartipika for all Grihastha Vaishnavas. All different samskar, from the birth of the child, impregnating the child, to piercing the ears, to writing the first letters, marriage, Upanayana samskar, Brahman thread samskar. So many different samskars there. But then in a separate book for Tyagis, he wrote Samskara Dipika. And then even there, in the beginning of these books, he's written verses. Then in the future, there may be some dispute that, whether I have written this book. But then he's saying that I am the follower of Prabodhananda Saraswati Par, and I, in this time, in this date, I am to refute these doubts. I am now signing this book like this. And therefore, our Bhaktivedanta Thakur, following his line and following the line of Jagat Guru Prabhupada then published all of these things, all the teachings, all these books. And from that time, this Parati is still coming down to us. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami also, he compiled the foundation for what? Hari Bhakti Vilas. And then Sanatana Goswami, he took that and he reorganized and he completed that. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami is so humble, he thought, Kaviraj Goswami, I don't want him to mention my name at all. And he didn't want his name to be mentioned anywhere. So that book was published under the guidance of Sanatana Goswami. Even the Satsang Darbars, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he performed the foundation of those books. Then Jiva Goswami took all that work and he completed it and reorganized it according to Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. But Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he laid the foundation for all of these great scriptures. Therefore, he is known as our Gaudiya Vaishnava Smriti Acharya. He is writing down all these rules, all the way we are worshipping here in the temple today. All these archan and these puja vidhi, all the yajna we are performing, all the rules for Chidandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, this red cloth, everything Gopala Bhatta Goswami has given. Therefore, when some people, like we heard the Vaishnava saying, they say this Rakta Vastra Paritana Yuyai, don't wear this red cloth. But we can see that actually we don't wear that red cloth like the Mayavadis. Yes, even in Kali Yuga, this Ekadanda Sannyasi is forbidden. But Tridandi Sannyasi has never been forbidden. We can see that all the Tridandi Sannyasis of Vishnu Swami Pad, Ramanujacharya, they're all Tridandi Sannyasis, and they're wearing this saffron cloth. But this red cloth, this bright red blood color, like, the red carrot, like this, the cloth of the Mayavadis is like that. That cloth we don't wear, but we wear the saffron cloth. The saffron represents the anurag. When Mahaprabhu himself wore this cloth, Saru Damodar Goswami Pad wore this cloth. Even Bhagavati Purnamasi Devi in Braj, she is wearing this cloth. This tradition has been going on in India since time immemorial. Where these Babajis, where these ignorant people, they make these accusations, no one can imagine, no one can understand. What is their logic? There is no logic, there is no siddhanta, nothing behind it. It's simply envy. They don't want to follow the rules and regulations. They don't want to wear sikha, they don't want to wear Brahman thread, they don't want to give up their coffee and tea and their biscuits, and they don't want to give up associating with all illicit association, all these things. They don't want to give these things up, therefore they attack these rules and regulations. They don't follow the rules and regulations of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. They say, oh yeah, he did not write this Satkriya Sartipika because we don't have to follow. But Gopala Bhatta Goswami has refuted all these things. He's given. And therefore Prabhupada, he took these things and made them in the foundation. Davi Varna Ashram Dharma. If we don't have any Varna and Ashram, then you don't have any place. Then there will be no foundation, no structure. Then everything will be chaos. Therefore, he organized everything. He created this mat. Mat means Paramartik Vidyarthi, Paramartik Adhyapak. Transcendental teacher, transcendental student. Both residing under one roof. And this is this Sadhu Sangha, this association. By this association, the jivas, they will get benefit. And this is all based on the rules and regulations of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. This is the root we can hold on to. If there's any dispute, any doubt, then we hold on to his teachings. Then we can say, this is what has been given and we should follow this. And therefore, Shruti Smriti Puranari Pancharatri Vidhim Vina Akantake Harer Bhakti Utpata Jaivakalpita. Those who don't follow these rules, they are only utpat. They are only disturbance in society. Therefore, this responsibility was given to Gopala Bhatta Goswami by Mahaprabhu himself to compile and create this foundation. And now we are reaping the rewards of that. Therefore, now you can see this red cloth, this Chidandi Sannyas, Brahman thread, Upanaya, it is everywhere. And even the Shraddha ceremony is Sattik Vidhi Shraddha. Gopala Bhatta Goswami has described this. They take Mahaprasad, offer it to Thakurji. Then that remnants you offer to all the Vaishnavas, offer to all the Brajbasis. Then those remnants you offer to the Pitris, the forefathers. Then this Sattik Vidhi Shraddha, then they'll get benefit. Then they'll be delivered. Anyhow, in this way also Ramachandra Kaviraj Goswami's Avirbhav, Tirubhavtiti, Narottam Das Thakur said that Doya Koro Srinivas, Doya Koro Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas, Ramachandra Sangamage, Narottama Das. Narottam Thakur weeping and crying for the association of Ramachandra Kaviraj. He is the disciple of his own god brother, Srinivas Acharya. Why? Because together they are always performing kirtan, always performing sankirtan, always absorbed day and night. Mak chitta gata prana bora yantas parasparam. Katyantas mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. And this way they are always ecstatically absorbed in this association. And Ramachandra, he is weeping for him. Ramachandra Kaviraj is Karuna Manjari. And Narottam Das Thakur is described as Champak Manjari, Vilas Manjari. So they are eternally related in the spiritual world in this way. So today all these beautiful titis, and my katha here, Vancha Kalpatrubhasta Kipa Sindhu Bevacha Bhajanabhavane Vaishnavi